Welcome back, artists, and today we're going to be doing some pop art. We are going to be using some markers. We are going to use a Sharpie again. We are going to have, you need a pencil. We're going to use straight edge. I'm using this skewer because I couldn't find a ruler. You can use a ruler or a straight edge. And we are going to use oil pastels. This is a really fun art. It does take a little while, and don't feel frustrated if you don't finish it, because you can always take it back to your camp room and color it and kind of do the finish work later. So the first thing you're going to do is take your pencil and you're going to draw an image. You want to use the whole paper. This is quite a big poster board, and we're going to be making a poster. You need to decide if you want your poster to be portrait or you want it to be landscape. I'm going to choose landscape, and I'm going to think of an image, something big that I can draw. I want to take up the whole space, and I think because I love gardening and flowers, I'm going to do a pumpkin and maybe some pumpkin vines and some leaves. So I'm going to draw a very simple, we don't want a lot of details. I'm going to draw a very simple shape. Maybe you want to make a big apple, or you want to do a cat face. You're going to draw with your pencil. And you want big shapes. Okay, so I have drawn my pumpkin. There you go. Now I am going to take and I'm going to draw some lines. You do need to use a straight edge. You want to draw lines, and you're just going to draw from one corner to the other. So you're going to just draw some straight lines. When you hit a line, stop, move your straight edge, and draw another line. And you're just going to draw some nice big lines all over. You're going to draw them inside your picture. You do not want to draw a lot of lines, and you don't want to make your sections too small. I'll show you what's going to happen in a few minutes. So that's what you're going to do. Now I'm going to go through and I am going to trace all of these lines. So this is kind of what mine looks like. You see? And then I'm going to trace all of these lines with black marker. Okay, once you have finished all of those black lines, you are going to make sure that all your pencils are covered. If you have pencil marks, there's not very many, you don't need to worry. I've got a couple, not a big deal. I do see that I missed going off here, so I do need to make sure that all of my sections are completely finished. Also, my marker is dying, so you guys will have new fresh markers. Now, what we're going to do is in each section, I'm going to use oil pastels, and I'm going to do a different color in each section, and I'm going to draw patterns with bright colors. You can use some of the darker colors or lighter colors of pastel, but I want you to stay away from darker colors later. So now is the time. If you wanted to use dark colors, that's okay. So you can use any color you want to make different patterns. So like in this section right here, I've got an orange. I'm going to make stars. And in this section, it's all going to be stars. Like so. Okay. Then I'm going to pick a different color, and you don't have to take a long time to do this part. You can do very fast. I'm gonna take this dark green. I'm gonna pick another section and I'm gonna do long wavy lines. And you're just gonna pick lots of different patterns. It doesn't have to be, you know, great. Just make fast patterns like this. Let's see here. Pick a different color. I'm gonna do these little spirals. Now you can't see these, but when I do them later, when I do the color on top of it, you will see it. This is kind of like a creamy yellow color. And I'm just doing these little spirals that are really hard to see. Can you see that? Just do the whole section. Here's a nice yellow. So I'm gonna do this one. We're just gonna do stripes in the whole section. And I got this brown. This is cool. I like brown. I'm gonna do some hearts, some brown hearts. So you can do anything. And I'm gonna do some blue waves. Okay, so once you're all done, every section will have a pattern or shapes or design in it. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your markers and you're going to color each section one color. Now I've got different colors in here. So like here I've got 2 colors. You can have 3 colors. I just don't have time to do more. I have some 2 colors here. You can do, with those you can do colors. When you do this color, this section with marker, you need to make sure that you use 1 color. So I'll show you one. And like I said before, if you have a light color, you can use a dark color. If you have a dark color, you can use a light color. I'm just going to start with yellow. I wouldn't put yellow on top of yellow, but I've got in the middle here, right here at the top, I've got this little stem. I've got some purple and black in there. I'm going to use yellow, and I'm going to color the whole section yellow. And it's okay, when you are using like yellow over the top of black, you do want to kind of be careful and not color right on top of the black. Yellow picks up everything. So I'm just going to color it in like this. And every part that is white is going to now be yellow. So it looks like that. And the next color I'm going to choose is maybe, let's see, I'll do some pink. Now, pink over the top of this brown and green should work a little bit better. So I'm going to color in, I guess it's red. No, it's pink. Okay, I just can't color. It's too dark in here. So I am going to use the marker to color it all in. And if you see that the tip has like a long side and a pointy side, I'm laying it down so that I'm getting the long side in here. And you're going to color them in. I happen to have a very old set of markers too. But you just color it in like this. And you're going to color it all in. Color in between. hopefully you guys, I will get you guys some good markers. But you're just gonna color it all in. So you just keep coloring it until the whole section is colored in. Okay, so I haven't completed yet, but as you can see, I've been using opposite colors. One thing I did notice is that it's warm in my house, and so the oil pastels are really kind of sticky. So I am being very careful to color in between the designs and not color on the designs or the lines of the oil pastel. Usually it wouldn't be a big deal, but my markers are old, and so it was making it stick. So if you're finding that it's smearing or moving the color from there, you can see right here, I've got a little color, which it doesn't matter, I don't mind it, that you're going to be smearing it, then just kind of color around it. The other thing you could do too is that you could use some tempera paints, as long as they're water, and water them down a little bit. You could use the watercolors, you could use bright watercolors. The idea is, the reason why it's called pop art is that it is popular, but also because the colors just pop out. And you want it to be very colorful and very bright. So you can do whatever you want with it. You could also use the marker, and then you can do some watercolor on top, or some water with a paintbrush. One thing you can do is you can turn the marker into a paint. As you can see it starts to make it run. Actually, that looks really cool with my old dry marker to kind of fill in the lines a little bit. And when you do that over the top of the oil pastel, it doesn't. It's starting to run. It makes it shine through a little bit more. It kind of washes it off, because the oil pastels or crayons, or the oil crayons, they resist the water, so you can paint over them and then you can still see. I'm going to show you a little bit on this one. Watercolor paints. So I've got, let's see, this color. So over here, you can barely see those circles, but when I paint over them, you can really see them. There you go. See? So you could use paints if you'd like, if that is easier for you. I know a lot of you really love markers, and you love to use markers, so you can do that too. You can do whatever you want with your art. Make it your own. So you do want to make sure that every page, every one is filled, and you want to make sure that colors are not touching each other. So I did orange here, and I have orange stars here, so I'm not going to do orange there. Maybe I'll do purple, or here I have red, so down here I have kind of orange, and I think I might do green down there. So you can fill it all in and do your just make sure that the same colors are not touching each other, and you're going to fill it all in, and you'll have a really cool picture at the end. All right, thank you. You guys have a great day.